Whoa, what's up? I'm here to talk about social evolution. Yes, you heard me, social evolution. But what is it? People define it as the study of evolution of society across the ages. Well, I did it. I finally did it. I studied social evolution for around 15 minutes. I decided to compare the Egyptian, the Greek, the Middle Ages, the Renaissance, and the modern day societies. But why did I choose it? Because it allowed me to see what I wanted to and make a clear comparison. So let's begin with the Egyptian society. To begin, I'm gonna read from a web page, a social pyramid. So let's begin. The head of society was the pharaoh, followed by the government officials such as the vizier, the priest, and the noble. Then we had the soldiers, the scribes, the merchants, the craftsmen, the peasants, and the slaves. So we had a king, so it was a monarchy, and we had slaves, so there were slave people. Now, moving on into the Greek society. So we evolved and created some sort of a democracy, where the head of society were the senators, followed by the ekites or the ekites. I have no idea how to pronounce that word. Then we had the plebs, and finally the slaves. Got back, but advanced. I don't know if you get it, but the thing is, during the Egyptian time, it was a monarchy. Now, in the ancient Greek time, it was a democracy. And moving on, we had the Middle Ages, where there was a king again, so it was a monarchy. But we had no slaves, so we got a step back by going back into monarchy, but took a step beyond by eradicating slavery. Not completely eradicated, because there were still slaves, but they weren't so present, such as in the Greek time. Then in the Renaissance, we had quite a mess. It was quite of what we are today in modern societies, where the people with the money hold the power, but still there were some sort of a king, or lords and stuff, and government officials. And now, moving on to the modern day. Nowadays, we have democracies, monarchies, and dictatorships in certain part of the world. On democracies, we have the president, followed by the government officials, the military, and the citizens, or civilians, if you want to call it that way. Then on monarchies, we have the king, again government officials, depending on which side of monarchy it is, actually, and then civilians. And in dictatorships, we have the dictator and everyone else. But let's see at democracies, which is the most used political system in the world. It's around 80% of the countries in the world belong to democracy. We have the president, followed by government officials, which are, it might be either senators and ministers or generals, or I don't know. It depends quite on the country. Then we have the military, with admirals, generals, officers, everything else, and civilians, which can be splitted into four or five areas. We have the very, very rich people, which can be either actors who have made quite a lot of a profit, followed by people who have made quite a lot of a profit, which can be inventors or actors or CEOs, such as Bill Gates, Steve Jobs when he was alive, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, and the list goes on. Then we have rich people, which can be a CEO of a not that important enterprise, or I don't know, a surgeon. And then we have middle class, like you and me watching this video. Then you have low class and people in poverty. And finally, if you consider this a division, we have homeless people. In my opinion, the change we have made, it's amazing. It's great. But let's go a bit back into the future. We have, let's say, when men first came out, you had the strongest people. We were like packs. I mean, we have alpha males, which were the strongest ones, the fastest ones, such as wolf packs, which held the power. But nowadays, if you're smart, you have the power. That's it. You only need this. We're in a society that people stand out for their differences. But we haven't changed that much, really, because when we're packs, the alpha male will stand out because he was strong or fast or smarter. And now we stand as well. We stand out in society because we have a special skill that no one else has. We have hackers, we have inventors. So we haven't changed that much when you look at it. Of course we have people that have made genocide, such as Hitler or Stalin or whoever you want to blame it to, but I'm going to go back to the same argument. We haven't changed that much. We stand out because we're different. I'm different than you watching this video. Everyone else is different. But what makes us different? Think about it. I'm tall. I stand out because of it. Just with 125,000 people as well, or millions of people. I have no idea how many tall people there is in the world. But the tallest one is always going to stand out, such as the shortest one, or the strongest one, or the fastest one, as Usain Bolt. And I cannot go on with this. It's just too much to cover. I'm just gonna leave it to you. Just put in the comments, think about it, share with your family, share it with whoever you want. But you have to come up with an answer. I challenge you to that. I challenge you to get an answer. Have we changed? Have you changed? Is the most important thing. See ya.